It's fine. Me too. I need one too. Yeah, that's better. Keep it going, everything's...
Whether you originally followed me for the art, or you've been wondering why I spend more of my time lately talking about my life, thanks for finding me on Coffee with Dubs. Today, I want to explain why this series exists, because apparently a few people are starting to wonder if JDubsArts suddenly disappeared. Good morning and welcome back to Coffee with Dubs. I get why people are asking. My platforms were built around JDubsArts. There used to be a lot more painting on screen, more creative projects happening, and every once in a while, I'd even sing. Lately though, you've been getting a whole lot more of me sitting somewhere and having what I've always thought of as a coffee talk about whatever's been bouncing around in my head. So no, I didn't quit the art, but I did change what I'm paying attention to. For a long time, I think I treated creativity like something I should be able to turn on whenever I wanted. Go out to the studio, sit down, make something. If I wasn't doing it regularly, then somewhere in the back of my head, there was this feeling like I wasn't doing enough with JDubsArts. Problem is, creativity really doesn't work like that for me. If my head's a mess, I'm not particularly creative. I can sit in front of a canvas for hours and physically move paint around, but that doesn't mean I'm actually connected to what I'm making. Sometimes, forcing myself to create just because I think I'm supposed to makes me resent something I normally love doing. And lately, I've been working on the person that makes the art before worrying so much about how much art I'm producing. That's really where Coffee with Dubs came from. These coffee talks have become a part of my maintenance. I get to take whatever's rattling around in my head and put words to it. Sometimes I know exactly where I'm going when I start talking. Other times, I get halfway through before I even understand what I think about the subject. That's been surprisingly good to me. I don't finish every episode feeling like I discovered the meaning of life. Most mornings, I just feel like I cleared a little space in my head. And when there's a little more space up there, everything becomes easier to get back to, including the art. There's also a very practical reason for why you haven't seen me in the studio so much. It's been hot as hell out there. My studio is a great place when the weather cooperates, but right now, after a little while out there, it starts feeling less like an art studio and more like I accidentally wandered into a convection oven. There's only so long you can stare thoughtfully at a painting while also wondering if you're slowly being baked inside. So I adjusted, and I think that word has become very important in my life because that's when I realized adjusting doesn't mean quitting. Sometimes you have to look at what your life actually looks like right now instead of constantly trying to force it back into what it looked like 6 months ago. That's been happening in the business side too. I'm officially closing out my paid business email and moving back to my free Gmail account. There's a small part of me that feels defeated saying that because I liked having the professional email attached to the website. It made JDubsArts feel like an established little business operation. But the site's been down for a month and a half now. And when I went through the inbox last night, it's spam. That's basically what I'm paying for. And there comes a time where you have to stop maintaining something simply because it represents what you hoped business would become. If I were selling a painting every month and that email was bringing in customers, I'd say keep paying for it without thinking twice, but paying money every year to give spam bots a little professional place to contact me is probably not a great business strategy. That doesn't mean JDubsArts failed. It means I'm being realistic about what it is right now. It's still my art. The name still matters to me. I'm still gonna be painting when something pulls me towards a canvas, and I'm definitely not announcing some dramatic retirement from creativity. I'm just not forcing the business side of it to pretend it's busier than it actually is. There's actually been something kind of freeing about admitting that. For years, so much creating online has felt tied to producing something. There was always this pressure in the background that if I wasn't making something new, I wasn't really moving anything forward. Coffee with Dubs changed the relationship a little bit. Here, I don't necessarily have to make a product. I can show up, have a coffee talk, I can take the dogs for a walk on the trail and talk to you. I can tell you about some stupid thing that happened in my marriage, work, or something in between that's been sitting in my head pretending like I already know where the conversation is going. And weirdly enough, that still feels creative to me. Maybe that's the part I didn't see coming. JDubsArts started as a place for things I made, but somewhere along the way I realized the person making those things probably belongs here too. Everything is content. I've said that for years, but I think I understand it a little differently now. It doesn't mean every second of your life needs to be filmed and thrown online. It means that creativity isn't limited to whatever ends up hanging on your wall. Sometimes the thing I'm creating is conversation. And right now, those conversations are helping me take care of myself in ways that make everything feel a little more attainable. I want to get back into the studio more. I want more art on these platforms. There's parts of JDubsArts that have been quiet lately, and I absolutely intend to wake them back up. I'm just not interested in doing it at the expense of myself anymore. That might mean that the pace looks different. Coffee with Dubs might take more space than anybody expected when I started this. And honestly, I'm okay with that because I haven't walked away from what I built. I'm trying to make sure the guy who built it still wants to be here. Maybe closing an email account or posting fewer paintings for a while looks like I'm moving backwards from the outside. From where I'm sitting though, it feels more like I'm clearing stuff out of the way to make room for things that still do. So thanks for joining me on another Pour Coffee with Dubs. So until next time, remember, JDubsArts isn't gone. I'm just learning that sometimes maintaining the artist has to come before maintaining the business. Now, it's time to cancel some subscriptions. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out of here.